Hello world, I'm Nam, and we're going to continue playing Metaphor ReFantazio today. Alright, let's load up our last save. We're 15 hours into the game, which means we've barely done anything.
What is it? Amazing.
Right.
Fancy a bit of info?
Any new intel? No. Let's see. What did people do today? Spent time with Jitta. Spent time in town. Okay. Who slept? Alright, let me check my roll of virtues here. I am needing some eloquence. Let's see.
All right then.
Anything we can do that will make us more eloquent. Now we got imagination, we got wisdom.
Go.
Let's check out this spot here. Oh yeah, it's just more fan. Yeah.
Whoa!
Let me check here.
What now?
So we switch Stroll to Brawler, right? And Hulkenberg to Healer. I'm gonna be Mage for a while. Let's see.
That is...
Skill inheritance. We already have this one unlocked, so we can use that. Roll.
That is...
What should we buy with this? I feel like Slicer's a good one. Weak physical damage, but it does 2 to 4 times. How much does that cost? Let me check on Hulkenberg. First aid can only be used for Max Proclamation. Yeah, I don't know if this is really useful for a healer to have, though. Yeah, so maybe there's nothing worth transferring right now. Well, it'll be more expensive to transfer these, though. Huh. Automatically increase wheeler's defense at start of battle. It is good to have. That's 4,000 mag. We also have the merchant class. We have enough mag to get this one.
I see.
But the skill uses money, and I already spent like a lot of money already. So we might save that for later. Let me check what his skills are. Perfect punch. Oh yeah, he spends HP, huh? Okay, if he's going to be spending HP, that means we're going to need to heal him as he fights. Mage, we have magic recovery. I will cover MP. Do I want to switch it to day, maybe? Because then I can heal him as he's playing. I think that's good, right? Because then I can keep healing him. Really?
That is...
Yeah. Even though losing one elemental might be bad, though. We can always switch archetypes, though, right? In which case... I think having the ability to do this is more important, though.
All right.
Let me think of that. Hold up. Let me look at Hulkenberg, actually. If we make her the healer, which we have... What skills do we have to look forward to? Okay, the next skill is literally going to be weak HP healing, so... Yeah, she'll get there. Okay, then. Draw. Since he won't be using MP that much anyways, let's go ahead and just get the Slicer one. Next proclamation. I don't know if it's a good idea for her to be tanking if she's healer. Weak HP recovery. Nah, she'll be healing anyway, so. Automatically increase wielder's defense at start.
All right.
I feel like this is always going to be useful, so. Yes, please. Like, if anything, like if I'm going to transfer anything, that would be a good one to always transfer. Let me think here.
Rain.
I can't afford anything in here since I spent all my money on.
What now?
What was it again? The Phantasmal Doll. Lets me have 2 turns though, so. Okay.
Welcome.
I've been informed that we now allow you to purchase our magic igniters. Okay. With that being the case, allow me to help you find igniter. I hear a voice within my mind.
Thanks.
Those who see duty through completion should be fairly compensated. This store's wares for yours to peruse from now on. Thanks to Brigida's proof of friendship, I can now make use of the magic igniter services. Anything to appraise, anything to sell. We need to get grinding. even though canonically, like, you can go through until the day of the announcement, right, before getting access to that stuff, right?
Whatever.
Grand Cathedral mess is settled, right? But my friend has come back. Aren't we going to help a Parapus? Guess it's time I gave up hope. Parapus' custom is to dance through the night when someone passes away. The person who died and who survived won't be sad. So it's time to gather our friends and hold the funeral. And I expect for this night, we'll need to dance harder than we have.
Closure.
Can't bless anything here.
Hey,
You mentioned that you could purify armor first, but where can we find that kind of thing? Where's blah blah blah? Hey, Martin. I'm doing all right. Welcome to the chat. I mean, Martina Hangis. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Martina? All right, got it. Listen, when you have a bunch of letters next to each other, you don't know when to stop, okay? Nice. Getting off your shift. That's good.
how fine.
I love it.
Alright, let me see.
All right then.
I guess we can increase our imagination then if there's nothing else. Eloquence. I don't think there's anyone I can be
Alright.
eloquent with right now. Yeah. Alright then. Let's talk to this dude again then. Let me check again.
All right then.
I can always increase my wisdom, but I think we already have that at rank 2. Wait, let me check my tolerance here. Tolerance is about the same. Actually, we did finish that one guy's story for imagination, so let's go to the tolerance
All right
one.
then. Let's go.
To do what? Rain? Bloody hell.
Okay, let me save here.
So, we meet again.
Hello there. Hello there, we meet again. Are you still interested in the Mustari? If so, then I'd be delighted to tell you more
What do
about
you
us.
think?
Okay, tolerance, sure. Why not? Let's talk with him.
I see.
Well then, today I'll detail more of the faith we believe in.
Long ago.
Any other games I play? I play a bunch of different types of games. I guess this year we've been playing through the, let's see, Like a Dragon, we played some Fallout, stuff in between that with some friends also. But now we're back on JRPGs. Long ago, God's messengers ruled over existence. When they perished, they conferred a holy relic onto the world. This holy relic exists to this day, and has been passed down for generations within our tribe as a divine object that represents God himself. We believe that only they who wield the divine relic, the instrument of God, can truly receive the authentic teachings. One of our teachings tells us to devote our entire being to what we hold most dear. Even now, the core tenet our priestess strives to embody. Black Myth Wukong? Nah, haven't. I've seen it. Looks good, but haven't tried it. I was never really big on Chinese mythology though, so I guess it didn't appeal to me. I recognize it's a popular and good game though. Yeah. Let's see. One of our teachings devoted to blah blah blah. I feel like my tolerance has increased after listening to the man's stories and learning about his culture. Ah, maybe Osmongold should talk to this guy.
All right.
Alright.
Pleased to hear it.
I believe I've told you all I can, but we Mistari live all over, hiding out in various places. Oh, that's nice. If you're interested, you might try lending an ear to those other Mistari. Hearing all that was intriguing, it's about time to head back to the inn. Yeah. Keep at it.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Or you can always wait for a sale.
The announcement is soon.
Well, for the game, I mean. I guess prices for computers also sometimes go on sale. So Fortin's grand announcement is coming tomorrow, is it? What's this proclamation of his going to be anyway? Wonder if it's going to thank us for what we did in the Grand Cathedral. Shit. Yeah, right.
No.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Ostensibly, the state army is getting all the credit for taking down the human, after all. Fake news! Boo! Fake news! Boo! We shall know soon enough, so there's little point contemplating any further. Until then, let us simply do what we can as we wait for events to unfold. Sanctus Grand announcement is happening tomorrow.
Save it.
Okay, let me save. Okay, no new conversations just yet. Alright then, let me see here. It's time to build up our eloquence. We're gonna talk to that lady.
God, I am grateful.
Oh, why?
You will? Oi there.
Hey, listen.
No. Okay.
Quite enough. Excuse me.
Oh, Mr. Elder Gentleman, we meet again. I still haven't managed to collect many donations for the cause. I'm really sorry to ask, but if you don't mind, might you be able to afford to pitch in a little? Lady already gave you some money. Alright, fine. I suppose your donation, I'll use your donation as best as I can.
Appreciate it.
I don't believe it, you really donated. Are you interested in activities? If you don't mind, we discuss this more with you. Alright, fine. Successfully encouraging the activist might hone my eloquence too. Sure.
Happy to hear that.
Oh, how wonderful! Then please come this way. The Parapists, the Yugith, the Mistari, and of course the Eldad too. These tribes are abhorred by other tribes. Without a great deal of wisdom or skills, it's impossible for them to get a normal job. Work is especially limited for them here in the royal capital. You've seen the executioner in this back alley, right? Dirty work like that is all that's available to these tribes. Having a job is better than nothing, though. Those less fortunate must choose between starvation and banditry. Actually, no. There's one other option. Become igniter experimentation subjects. But there's no guarantee they'll survive those. What kind of experiments?
What's happening?
Igniter experimentation. What does that entail? I don't know the specifics myself. Not many do, but you should still be careful all the same. Even though igniters are now considered common and useful tools, blood is being spilled for their development. I know it. I don't have many people on my side, and I haven't been able to help many people yet, but knowing there are people like you out there gives me confidence to go on.
Take care.
People like you see injustice and actually try to do something about it. This world would be a better place with more people like that. Yay, my eloquence has improved. Yeah, it went up a little bit. Ooh, fairy dust. It's not much but here. Thank you for your support.
Well then.
Okay, back to the Hush Honeybee. Let's save.
All right then.
Anything else we can do? What skill can
Alright,
we use more of here? Tolerance. Imagination.
All right then.
I guess we'll go with the imagination
Let's go.
one then.
Oh, what a pity.
Oh, I'm quite sorry. You likely heard the people in this tavern speaking ill of others based on their tribe. And they give their opinions too freely, especially once there's a few pints in them. Please take this as a token apology. Do not come back again if you like. Thanks. Did she just politely tell me to leave?
What am I gonna do? Eh?
What you think about the incident?
You are.
It's all become a right mess. Okay. Yep. Some of them still support Louise. Boggles the mind, I tell you.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Let me check around town just to see if there's anything else I missed. Okay.
Well, I'll not loiter.
Grand Cathedral. I'm just
What do you have to say?
incredulous.
The Royal Army took back the cathedral, but I've received no word about my cousin. Yeah, he must have gone on vacation.
I'm just incredulous. Now, how did I wind up here?
What do you want to do?
Wait, we already told him this. He already told us the story, so we don't have anything else here.
Now, how did I wind up
Oi
here?
there.
I don't want a rerun.
But
Okay.
All
What
right.
else can we do here?
Let's go.
All right, tolerance, dude.
What is it?
Do you have anything new to say? Or
So, we meet again.
still interested in Mastari?
what do you think?
Sure. We talk about many things. I feel like my tolerance has increased. Okay. So he doesn't even say anything, huh?
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Fortin's big announcement.
Hold on, let me Alt F4 out of this. I want to go back to the guy with the story then. Fuck it. Because my imagination's lower.
What to pick? All right then.
Alright. We'll go back here.
Let's go.
But
I wish there was an easier way to quit the game outside of Alt F4ing. Alright,
wanna do?
sure, repeat your story.
My thanks.
All right. Well then.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Fortin's big announcement.
wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty?
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me?
Not Grius.
If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Wait a second, now that I think about it, shouldn't the magic be protecting everyone then, if everyone's a viable candidate? So why, yeah. I guess Grius, no wait. Then Louis shouldn't have been able to kill Grius either. Well, nobody should be able to be killed at all, period. If the magic was to be consistent. That's what I'm saying here.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
But hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The Church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent, and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable.
This means we have to cancel him somehow.
I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking?
Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
Maria, where are you?
Kidding.
Where could Maria have gone? Wait, oh no.
What's it all got to do with us anyway? You little...
Heck.
What? That's terrible. Damn
Unstinking believable.
Ridiculous.
What should I do?
Well then,
This is all right.
Where's the child, damn it?
What shall I do?
Louise, I
That's enough now.
Just can't read. I'm out of ideas.
You sound like a damn fool. Sorry, but
Hello. We're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be that half-blood? If so, yes, I did see her. She was marrying Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go to the back alley. She gone to the Grand Cathedral?
you sound like a damn fool. You know that.
I'm out of ideas.
Sanctify. What should I do?
What's going on? Well then,
This is all right.
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets.
Huh? Why?
Everyone's worried about you.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again, hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong. don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
My ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right. But much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
We cancel Louis! That's all we have to do. Just need to bait him to say some really, really offensive things. And then maybe, just maybe...
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
You guys don't have, more comfortable looking pajamas to work, sleeping,
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest.
It's a shame we can't romance anyone in this game.
That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe.
It's called Domestic Girlfriend.
Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the King's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals.
So are Clamars like the Caucasians in this world?
Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime!
It's called Megalopolis. You're gonna love it.
To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it will be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
Incumbent advantage.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an Elda, I'm an outcast living saint. I think that gives us an advantage here. These are all the same, aren't they? We make Luis come to us.
We'll make Luis come to us.
How would we accomplish that? We're but strangers to him, and he gains nothing from it.
You really don't think there's a way? We enter the tournament for the throne.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis' ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I do.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grievous' journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That's the plan.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll meet again.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. They're a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up?
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on. There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is?
What the hell are you wearing?
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin, you can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
To stop his evil deeds?
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Alright, exposition time.
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
So is Heisme like their equivalent of P. Diddy?
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We want to help you.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
Look at that. Hurl out wanted posters. The only one left worth taking is Heisme, whatever that is. What does Straw think we gain here? I guess let's take this Heisme one out the window. Oh, well, what's smart like you doing here? Don't tell me you're actually thinking of participating. Blah, blah. That's rich. A mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as king. The idea makes me sick to my stomach.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of great age, with years of experience. And yet, upstart school children like you and Louis dare to... hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'd be happy to give the eulogy at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too.
Hey!
We alright if we accept the bounty contract for Heisme? You sure you can handle that? You can't be liable if you get yourself killed out there. You're not one, right? Or that, or you're just green. Head to Matrina. Matrir. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
100,000. Oh, damn. You accept bounty request at the recruitment center. These targets are very powerful, but you'll be rewarded in kind. Bounty requests are added over time, so don't forget to check back.
Let's call it.
We got the contract. Let's go back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
The opening ceremony for your tournament's tomorrow. Stay inside and rest. Okay.
Don't push yourself too much.
We will surely miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while.
Now then.
Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from the one massive overtuned uncertainty. Never mind, forgive my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised no matter what we're presented with.
Hey!
I asked Fabian for a map of Martira. She gave me one from Greece's personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map always has more details. Yeah. Fabian continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals.
Fancy a bit.
Can't close the door, huh? It's time to call it a night. Rest.
Good night.
Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
I won't tell her.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Maria's waiting for us to return home and regale her with stories of the strange and distant places we visit.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
You truly are devoted to him.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
When you got me thrown out?
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ooh, anime cutscene.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Who? Was she like Taylor Swift or something?
Far away sky.
Oh, she is.
Sky, glory.
Well, it's just like, that's kind of mid though. Why are they clapping?
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering? Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Welcome to democracy.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner? It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them!
It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you buffoon. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Yay. My support is changing. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa. What's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castle Town, I think. Should be a way south.
Wow!
Yeah, Martira. Here it is. Down to Martira, huh? On this craft's legs, oh, I'd say that'd be 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights? That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads would be safer at that kind of speed. Probably good. Now, cinch those British chaps. Full steam ahead to Matrita, Old Castletown. Martira, whoever.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that.
Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
It's rewind time. Look at those
Neurus?
textures.
Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
Artistic license.
You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and greasework. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
How do you sleep on this thing if it's gonna be gyrating all the time?
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Rhylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing, we just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the Gauntlet Runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities: strategy room, lounge, kitchen. You can also visit academia by finding more and interacting with them. Let's visit the engine room. Take your time and have a look around.
Oh, yeah?
Never been in Gauntlet Run. Kinda wanna see what the engine room's like. Yeah, sure. Let's do a new save. Restore lead to the end of the Gauntlet Runner stock prevent accident.
What's this?
What are these for? Where do we get capsule hotels? Mushroom. Kitchen table.
Incredible!
Wow, this room's made for bathing. You can really just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath. Now that I could get used to. I call first dip. Or were you just going to stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable.
Really?
It's a bathing room. Not to mention no running water yet. Working on it. Unacceptable. Not now. There are more pressing matters at hand.
This is...
There's some Orgo sugar and Brinley salt. What are wrong here? Easy for cooking. Washing machine. A machine that does laundry, handmade by Nuris. Seems like there's nothing in it at the moment. Maybe not now.
Now, where was I?
Get more presents.
Well, well.
I sense the presence of a new archetype. Might I see them? If you have mind, show me.
Hello. I'm counting on you.
Here, kitty.
Oh.
Merchant.
We'll figure it out.
Increases battle rewards just by being in the party. Well, its money-consuming skills are strong, we don't want to overspend.
Oh. You'll come again.
This?
Or what makes this thing run?
Hello?
First time I got it, eh? Well, that scared me. Looks like the pipe's down here too. It's called a runner phone. There's one in every room.
Spectacular.
Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Scotland runners use magnet crystals to fuel to run. Used to be you take your life in your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on colossal beasts, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. It's another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told at a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, it's still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You'll just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark. The old girl needs her rest as much as we do. You will continue to your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the wash machine. More activities become available over time. You may also spend time with your allies while traveling. You may help to improve your virtues at the end of the day. The choice is yours. And higher.
Come on.
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nora's used modified that collects dust. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over sure to strengthen your legs, yeah? Max HP. Washing machine. Washing clothes sometimes cleanse the mind. Max MP.
Understood.
Bookshelf. Now, let's save first. Use it on a cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. Good ingredients. Notes about new potential recipes. Ooh. Want to cook something? Sure, I have everyone teach us the culinary. Not now. Round table.
Let's see here.
More where we are right now. Cockpit's above here. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard. Stay away for now. What the hell's that flying over there?
Speaking of,
Nora said you got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, we can fancy a meal. I already consider myself a chef, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes I learned. I feel drunk. Are you okay?
Sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of the carriage, but this, it's another beast. Seems like I need to learn in dirt. Bookshelf. New World Travel Diary. Haven't started reading it yet. Will expand the mind. Want to read it? Imagination. What about Pride and Persuasion? Okay, conversational techniques for convincing others. Haven't started yet. Eloquence. Yeah.
All right then.
We need more eloquence. Read the book.
What's that?
Apparently this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section's part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Then, use flattery to probe for weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why? To exploit them without mercy. To ensure they don't have a chance to think.
Kidding.
So you strike their weak points and then negotiate while they're still reeling from it? That's just brute force, though. I feel like studying art persuasion has slightly increased my eloquence.
All right.
I guess a bit of brute force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Desert camp. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels next morning. While the camping, you can use any of the facilities of the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 30 days till we reach Martira. First time camping the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Okay, imagination. Ho ho, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, awe-inspiring, tear-jerking. Absolutely. Waha, this runner is such a guilty pleasure. Though credit where credit's due, my tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly, but that's a story for another day. Off you go, get your 40 winks. Insect scouting by campfire. Apparently you can eat these bugs, well, according to Hulkenberg anyway. I should try to catch one. Caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I could use it as an ingredient. Also imagination of Hulkenberg.
All right then. All right then.
I mean, we might as well increase like our virtues here. So we already did eloquence once. Let me save here. Check our roll virtues again. We have plenty of opportunities to increase our imagination. So let's keep increasing the eloquence since we're kind of deficient compared to the other ones. Not this one. Read.
What's that?
Even if you make a flawless first impression, as the discussion progresses, the other person may erect an emotional wall and start giving you the cold shoulder. No matter what you say, they'll remain unreceptive. In these situations, issue a challenge. You must shock their senses to break down their walls. Shock their senses? How would you go about doing that? Scare them. Maybe I'd scare them. Oh, okay. They basically said to find the weak point, right? So I guess you can imply that you know their weaknesses. Increase my eloquence.
All right.
Nice big boost there. Getting someone's agreement doesn't seem like it would be too complex, but there's actually a lot to consider. Still more to read in this book. I'll pick it up from here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I got a question of my own. Isn't desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand would fit between the seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners are really neat, aren't they? The carriage would never be able to go through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, near us? We arrive in 2 days, huh? Well, virtues. Wisdom and courage. Let's take an opportunity to increase our courage then.
Hey.
Hey, Will, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you've got time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining my weapons might improve my focus during a fight and hone my courage. Alright, let's do it.
Then.
Right, let's have a look at your blade then.
Got a moment?
You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I'm surprised if swords aren't flying off right now. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist. Where nothing is taken from you by others. I have no enemies. That's why one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory. And not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey!
How about you? I share my plan. Let's hear yours. What do you do when the fight's over? I'd like to help you. Are you serious? I'm a bit relieved to hear that. To tell you the truth. I've got to get stronger, even if the village gets rebuilt. It's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect the people, just like Louise. We'll fight for change.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree. But seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. You resolved to stand on the front line of our fight. So it's only right that you lead. Yeah, our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
Envy sometimes, you know? Attack with such conviction. How does one become so bold? I do what I must.
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward. That's why I envy about you. All I'm saying, I have faith in you. We have more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what people think of as justice. They're free to make their own choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who will end up being after all this.
All right.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this off. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight, as well as increased my courage.
All right.
I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons.
I say, we could stop for a break.
There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we take a closer look?
Wow.
It's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose color shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. He pulled out a sheet of paper from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Norris. How'd you get so good at drawing?
Yeah.
I'm a mangaka. My boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it, I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. Wasn't it for research?
Right.
I thought you needed this for research. All the pertinent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I could do without the sketch itself. Right, bro's just flexing. Received Nora's picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been there.
Hey there!
Why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey. And we could tell her a story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
Huh. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely, Galka is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What, you've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel like seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Okay, we'll be in Martira the day after tomorrow. What kind of place Martira is?
All right, then.
See, we can increase our imagination, and I mean, I could go for eloquence again, but it looks like they're neck and neck from each other now. Tolerance, I don't see an option available here. We can increase wisdom also, but we just increased it, and we already have a good amount of it. Courage, we don't have much options right now. Yeah, let's talk to Hulkenberg then.
well met.
I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. Certainly no stranger to traveling, but I have no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? I can hold my imagination. Talk. This power we've been woken to. I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool.
I see.
I do find the austerity designs intriguing, but I was not speaking of how they look per se. In my opinion, our armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, pets, why is it so exhausting? Why it cannot be maintained for long? The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves.
All right.
It's getting quite late, but I've a ways to go yet, so I'd like very much to continue chatting with you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Anime cutscene, yay!
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash? Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign!
This is the part of the race.
It's them.
Let them fight.
Remember, from the opening ceremony, I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet ladder.
Stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashing well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Louis' favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Louis' supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
If we help him out, we'll get favor with Louise, probably.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Yep, alright.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner boat out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now.
Fuck the church.
That Gauntlet. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot's monk has boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God.
I'm glad we're choosing to fight you,
Your
then.
petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic! Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Brawler!
Let's try it.
You'll be dust!
I'll show you.
Meat! Fire!
Persistent.
Expose your sins.
Let's go.
Okay.
Wind!
Witness the power of Sanctism. What could you hope to achieve? Take this!
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Healer!
I don't think light's gonna help, but let's try it.
Holistic purge!
You disgrace the Sanctist way.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
No holding back! Prepare yourselves.
Lend me your strength. No, this won't work. Let's go. You better be sure.
Witness me, brethren!
Let's go back.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Let's make an end of it!
Heavy physical light damage to one enemy. Power proportional to caster's remaining HP. Oh, whoever has the most HP.
Strike true!
Even with the resist, let's see if it does anything.
It's okay. We can do this.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
What are my options?
I call upon royal power within! I'll crush you!
They will fight with pride. Let's try this.
Prepare yourselves.
Does it do anything?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Alright, return.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Are you prepared? You'll be dust!
I'll show you. Let's go. You better be. We'll do this together. Not this. Mage! Is there another way? I won't hold back! Better be sure. I'm all prepared. Maybe there's a better. Come forth, Royal Soul! Burn!
Fire.
I will fight with pride. Let's go. Wind!
Kneel before him! Hit hard. What could you hope to achieve? Oh, you've done it.
Can anyone heal him? He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
For all that we strive for! Oh, Mystic Purge!
Stroll can't take any more.
Not out of this
Someone
yet.
heal him.
I shall vanquish evil.
I don't have enough
Let me
HP.
rethink this. After me! You first.
Stroll,
Witness
save
me,
Sap's
brethren!
defenses.
Oh fuck! I
You
messed up.
disgrace the sanctest way.
This should work.
My thanks.
Resistance is futile!
Take this! What could you hope to achieve? Oh, divine God!
Can anyone heal him?
Go back.
Don't
How do I
forget
change
about
archetypes?
petrification magic.
Not now.
Let me check here. Let me look up online. How do you change archetypes during fight? Okay. Archetype in battle. Oh, you can't. All right. Okay. I wish I knew that. I thought we could just switch to archetypes while we were playing. In that case, I was really unprepared. Fuck.
What now?
What's the point of being able to swap archetypes if it's always like a bad idea to swap them? What the fuck? Like so far the game has not given me a good reason to swap them, even though I want to. I guess it only makes sense when we're grinding.
That.
All right. All right.
Is it too soon? I think. Yeah, no.
Well met.
Certainly. All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We might just save this for tomorrow, depending. Or actually later.
My star!
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna...
Let's give Glodell a hand here.
You dare in...
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I call upon royal power within!
Perhaps not. After me! Not the right move.
Ah!
Right on target.
Prostrate
Nice
yourself
one,
before
Scroll.
God.
Let's work together.
Increase everyone's attack for 3 turns.
Hold nothing back!
Here.
Thank you. Thanks. Cease your resistance.
The blade's edge!
What could you hope to achieve? This is God!
Only a flesh wound.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Let us fight as one.
We'll team up!
Behold my power!
This can't be.
It's too early to go to his side. To him.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Let's set it up!
Show them our might!
No holding back!
What could you hope to achieve?
Why do you keep going after him?
Brace yourselves!
Oh, power of heroes! To you!
I shall... No holding back! I'll cut you down!
It's okay. We
Seeker! We can do this!
I owe you.
Oh,
Let's go!
I heal a lot, actually.
Scour!
More resilient than I expected.
Stop. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of Sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother.
Hang in there!
This is nothing.
Sanctism will reign!
Is that all?
Don't underestimate me!
Allies, together!
I'm counting on you! Know your place. Peasants! Warrior! Let's go! Sanctism will reign!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded.
Sanctism will reign!
Here they come.
Hulkenberg's in bad shape. She needs help.
It's healing time.
We're not out of this yet.
Trust needed.
Helpful as ever.
The freedom of a wanderer.
We'll do this together.
Hold nothing back.
And this!
Too easy.
Don't get sloppy.
Are you fucking serious?
Take this!
That's all you have.
Is that all?
Sanctism will reign!
Brace yourselves!
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
With blade in hand! To the rear guard! I'll stay my blade.
Now, what's the play? Moving to the rear.
Give me your aid! All yours.
Let's stay calm.
Let's work together.
Go!
Can't miss twice, Brian.
Do this!
So, the faithful are broken before you. Yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
Hey, get down here. What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you live to see another day.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Look at that forehead.
Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
She's a Swiftie, huh?
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nidia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know those suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
I'm more of a bard enjoyer.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My Lord Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Wow, I don't think he likes Taylor Swift either.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Let's see. We're your supporters.
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then.
He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
To help you, Count Luis.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
AI?
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
It was definitely AI.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Who'd you hear this from?
Who'd you hear this from?
Heard it, lad. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see, there was this old inventor in the neighborhood where I grew up, quite sharp, but a bit balmy. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into Chimera when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
Okay. Hero's incense, cool. We left Neros, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards the narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girls are right, you know. A carriage can never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that?
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
It's not my business. Well.
It's really none of my business.
Aye. Best not to get distracted by this tattle when you've got a mission to attend to. Admirably practical.
Got quite a positive outlook, doesn't he?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
When will I be able to save the game? I kind of just want to wrap things up for the night.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
'Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Yeah, it looks great.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
Rich flavors are bursting in my mouth. It's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Huh?
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't gonna make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira. Oh, I smell trouble.
Major candidate Gauntlet Runner seems to be here.
Let's see here.
That's a giant sandworm's nest.
There's a runner.
Let's see.
Rival Gauntlet Runner.
Here's where we are. All right.
Current position.
And there's. Let's.
Fans camp.
Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's save this town together.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honorable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I have such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of town first thing in the morning. So get your beauty sleep, right? Alright. This is a good spot to call it now.
What now?
Alright, guys. That's going to be it for this evening. For anyone who's watching, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.